Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's been a while, so let me catch you up with what's been going on around here. First of all, we've had some weather. But as you can see, we're pretty much back to normal while the rest of the country is frozen and under snow. We're going to be 70s all week. Gorgeous southern Arizona weather. And my old faithful Dodge Ram 3500 has been in the shop. I was getting a high temperature transmission alarm. Took it to the tranny shop. They replaced the electronics suite inside the transmission. Didn't fix it. So now the truck is off to a specialty automotive electronics shop. They do all the digicals, and it's been there a while. They're backlogged. So that's got me concerned because in 3 days I'm supposed to leave for Welton, Arizona with my pal Jim and the pump jack trailer in tow for the big Southwest Forgotten Iron annual show in Welton, Arizona. I may have to borrow a truck from a friend in Power from the Past because Jim's little rat rod truck, although it will tow this, does not have enough room in the box for all the junk that goes with this. Yeah, a little half-ton Chevy short box just doesn't have enough room. Well, anyway, let me show you what I've been up to with this thing really quick. George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man, if you're watching, I did paint the toolbox that I did a restoration video on not too long ago. I still have to outline the logo with some cream-colored white paint. But other than that, this thing is painted, and naturally, a bug found its way to fresh paint. The next thing I did was, if you'll recall in videos back, I plumbed the pig. Well, I had it running up and over and back down. I needed a way to brace it, and I just decided, you know what? I didn't like that setup at all. There was a lot of movement in it, even braced, which had me concerned about busting the bung on the bottom of the tank here with all that flexing, especially underway. So I redid it. I went low. I brought it up, ran it across the frame right here, made a couple of brackets and to support the pipe, and then used U-bolts, drilled a couple holes in the frame on each side. And you can probably see that hiding back there. And then went ahead, put in some stand pipes and mounted the two whistles. I still have a problem with the pump, the compressor. I mean, it's making air. It does make air, but you get it up to about 40 PSI on the gauge, and this thing just bogs down and throws the belt. So, which does not give me enough air pressure to light off the big Lunkenheimer steam whistle that I picked up at Eldorado Days last October. Yeah, so I need to do some more research on that, how I can overcome that problem. But in the meantime, the smaller air whistles, they don't take a whole lot of PSI. They will light off just fine that way. So yeah, that's what's happening with the pump jack trailer. I'm going to finish giving it a cleanup here, as if you can clean up something like this. But I got to knock a little rust off the coal vise and do a few other odds and ends and get this thing ready for the show. The next thing I'm doing is I'm going to retire my office chair. I've got a newer modern one here. This thing is worn out. If you lean back too far, it'll buck you off like a Bronco. And but it's a family heirloom. My dear old dad, back in 1953 or 1954, rescued this from a burn pile in the naval shipyard that I retired from, and which he retired from. They were just emptying out old office stuff, and in those days, they just put a big burn pile together, and they threw this office chair on it. And the old man said, "Wait a minute, you can see the evidence of charring here. Dad rescued it, and this was his chair for decades. He had it in his ham shack." My dad was a ham radio operator for, gosh, over 70 years. There's his call signs. And I even have his old Morse code key. I learned the Morse code on this when I was a kid back in the 60s. Anyway, I digress. Dear old dad rescued that from the burn pile and used it forever, but it's worn out. I mean, so I am going to ceremoniously hang it from the rafters and then replace it with this one here. This recycle bin is City of Sierra Vista surplus. Me and my buddy Arnie got a bunch of these quite a while ago, well over a year ago. They stopped their recycling program, when China stopped taking all our garbage and then dumping it in the ocean. City of Sierra Vista gave up on the recycle program and had all these surplus bins. So my plan is, I've got to modify it. This aluminum handle goes through the interior of the tub here, the bin. I need to remove that and plug those holes because I need it to stand this drill press column up in for the electrolysis process. And excuse the mess. This is all the stuff out of my truck while it's at the shop. I didn't want to leave toolboxes and stools and all that in there. So yeah, that recycle bin is tall enough that I could submerge the whole column and get that thing derusted. I'm not going to do the top because I've got really good Babbitt bearings in there and I don't want to risk melting those out. So yeah. And lastly, the Secret Santa gift I got from Honest Peyton Speed Shop, I have prominently displayed with my blacksmith post vise and tongs, and I just took the crossbeam hammer and set it on the base and put the hammer right here. It's just rebar hangers, but it looks good right there amongst all the other paraphernalia. So yeah, I love it. Thanks, Peyton and Chad. It's not Arcos. Well, there you have it. Just a quick and dirty little update on what's going on around here. This is January 15th, 2024, and I'm really behind the 8 ball on videos. Like I say, I've been dealing with my truck, and it's kind of like I got one hand tied behind my back when my truck is down. I've owned that truck 8 years. This is the first time it's let me down, so it's got a pretty good track record. Hopefully the shop can find parts for it. I mean, it's 24 years old, and I fear the powertrain control module may have gone out in it. I hate, loathe, despise modern electronics in vehicles. I mean, all the trucks I used to have back in the day didn't have any of that. They ran great, did fine, no problems. And since Detroit started to computerize everything and load them up with sensors and solenoids and electronics and all of that, what a nightmare. And I got plenty of people that have the same story. Perfectly good vehicle, it's down because of a stupid electronic issue. And I wish Detroit would venture away from that because, in my opinion, there's no value added. but they cost a heck of a lot more money. Okay, that rant's over. So anyway, like I said, heading for Welton here in a couple of days. And I'm going to be shooting a lot of video there. I'm going to be there from Thursday and then head home Sunday. So kind of a long trip, and it's a distance away. But it should be a good time. Power from the Past is going to be there in force. Southwest Forgotten Iron is borrowing Power from the Past tractor pull sled. So there's going to be tractor pulls. So I'll get some video of that. And the swap meet and all the other stuff going on there. So there's a quick and dirty update. Sorry I haven't been more present here on YouTube lately. I've just a lot of stuff going on. New subscribers, welcome. I think I'm up to 820. And feel free to banter with us in the comments. And for all of you that have been hanging with me a long time, hey, thanks for sticking around. I've been enjoying a lot of your live streams lately. So with that, I'm going to sign off. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you probably Sunday or Monday. I'll upload video from that Welton show. Bye for now.